This is child development related to Piaget's stages of cognitive development and their application to education. The sensorimotor stage. As children develop from birth to 2 years old, they're constantly discovering new things. While using their senses, like touch, they're also developing motor skills and gross motor skills, which help in our ability to move, touch, and develop muscles necessary for life, kind of like the picture shown there. In early education stages, infants and toddlers learn to play with others, use their senses to grasp toys, color or write, and use hearing to learn, mimic words and sounds adults make. According to Parks, quote, "It's apparent that the senses, coupled with the movements the senses stimulate, are the foundation for much of learning that takes place during the first 3 years." Pre-operational reasoning. During this stage, children represent objects through drawing and language. They also begin to memorize things, prefer social interaction and playing socially, and learn real from pretend. All of these developments are necessary in the education setting as they learn basis for upper level maths, develop likes and dislikes, and learn how to interact and speak socially at school. This stage leads to concrete operational reasoning, when children become, quote, "much more logical and sophisticated in their thinking," according to Cherry. This stage is a transitional stage between the earlier years of life and the stage of adolescence. As children develop logic about specific ideas and things, they will later be ready to think critically about abstract ideas. These are two important traits necessary to succeed in high school and upper-level academics. During the concrete operational reasoning stage, children also develop the concept of conservation. That is, when an object changes shape or appearance, it is still the same. Problem-solving skills needed for math and life are also broadened during this stage. When entering the formal operational stage, children have reached adolescence, the time of life between childhood and adulthood. A rather difficult time for some, it is the time when children develop independence from their parents, while remaining connected to them because they still live with them and they still are dependent upon them. During this period, multiple points of view are able to be considered, as well as debating ideas and opinions and forming new ideas. Teenagers also begin to think abstractly. This is also a time where students are exploring who they are and who they want to be, according to Erikson. Students will develop values and roles and build identities for themselves. In education, this can be a hard time for some as they struggle to decide who they are, their future aspirations, and their core values. They might need some help. As educators, it is up to us to enlighten these students and attempt to guide them down paths that are helpful for each individual. For example, in my Spanish classes, I like to help students personally by broadening their socio-cultural points of view, by introducing new culture to them and also new language, because with language comes culture. All this happens in the hopes that they become lifelong learners and acceptors of new ideas, culture, and language. As students graduate around the age of 18, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, they will emerge into adulthood. At this point, identity creation is almost final, minus two pieces, career and love. But during their college years, those two pieces will be explored. Finally, they will reach adulthood, where numerous cognitive changes occur, and nobody will stop learning until death, which is the final stage of life. Finally, as students spend around 180 days in school a year from the time they are 3 or 4 until their early or late 20s, depending on when they graduate from university or technical school, it is up to educators to help the children develop not just cognitive skills, but also life skills to contribute to overall growth. Therefore, education and development work hand in hand. And here are the works cited for this presentation. That is the end. Thank you.